Hello everyone, and finally today I got to see the movie, I finally got to run to see the movie Warcraft, which is the adaptation from the World of Warcraft / Warcraft, basically Warcraft, universal type of game franchise really. You know, if you're into gaming just like me, Warcraft / World of Warcraft is immaculate, and by immaculate I mean it's gigantic. It's literally the Star Wars / Lord of the Rings I can look at that of video games. It really is that famous, that well known. If you know video games at all, then you know what this is. Even though I've never played World of Warcraft / Warcraft, even though I really should, because I really love fantasy and sci-fi. You know, sci-fi, whatever. This like it really should. I should have, at least by this point in my life, expected, but I haven't. So yeah, essentially, they made a movie on this. I remember last year when they announced it, and I saw in the trailer first trailer of this movie came out. In my opinion, it didn't look good, and I'm probably the only one of you who said when I saw the trailer, I'm just like, wow, this is not going to be good. I'm like, just from the trailer alone, I'm like, something there is wrong. I can't tell what it is, but something feels off. Like, I don't know about this. This could really work or not. So, yeah, I hate to be that judgmental, but the first trailer for me was like a huge, like, red herring. I wouldn't say like a red herring, but it was like a big red flag. I'm like, oh god. The second trailer was a little bit better, but I'm like, it still was like, not good to me. So yeah, I finally got to see the movie finally today, thankfully. And was I right or wrong? I love being right. This movie, where do I begin with the problems? Now, essentially, to tell you the story is essentially there's the race of orcs essentially, and there's two kind of divides of them. One with blue powers, and one I forgot the explanation of that. What's for that? And there's other one with green powers. And essentially, they're at war. And I think there's the war inside with the green powers. Excuse me. Goes and helps the humans. Please correct me if I'm wrong with that. I do encourage that. Please, if I'm wrong about anything, feel free to comment to correct me. I'm all for correction. Essentially, they recruit the help of humans. They get the humans, of course, are skeptical and so are they, because they've had a fictionalized past. Same thing with the other half of the orcs. But they need to collide together for them to win against the orcs, because they're kind of sharing this own unique portal that connects their two worlds together. And that's the story. Blatant short sentence of it. Is this movie good? No. So many people were saying this is going to be the big movie of the year, but it's like, we may have gotten a bit wrong with Angry Birds, which I still haven't seen. I find guaranteed no review for Angry Birds at all. I don't want to see that. Looks terribly dumb. I have time for Warcraft. And this is worst reviews. Oh dear. Okay. To be fair, what do I like about this movie? Number one, the action. The action is not bad. It actually is filmed quite steadily. I felt kind of quite immersed with it. I found a few characters here and there, particularly with Toby Kebbell, a character named Duncan. I'm played by Toby Kebbell, who you would probably know from the recent Planet of the Apes movies that he was in those. I found his character of the orcs very fascinating. I liked him a lot. I thought he was really interesting in how he kind of viewed everything that was going on from his own perspective. It was like very interesting, at the very least, and I thought he was good. Travis Fimmel from Vikings. I liked his casting choice, but I thought his character was a bit weird, or at least in some kind of way. And you also have Ben Foster and Dominic Cooper as the king of the human world. I thought his choice of casting alone, I'm like, Dominic Cooper as that? I'm like, hell yeah, that works. I thought he really had a great feeling of commandantship and pure fear and terror, but also commanding authority over him. So he's kind of like a Caesar, where you do believe, you don't question how he's in that position or how he has that power. You really do believe it. It's like, okay, he really seems like a man who's in that type of a family who really has that great finances. Essentially, I found some of the characters like that very interesting. A few characters quite fascinating. The effects, I would say 40% of the time, in my opinion, it worked fine. 60% of the time, it didn't. But I will get to the problems, maybe eventually. What else do I like about this movie? I thought the establishment, like the first 10 minutes, really enough. I found the first 10 minutes of this movie, at least the way you kind of built into the world, was, for its own sake, well done enough. Like, it could have been done better, but I'm like, I fully acknowledge it could have been done a lot worse. So I'm just saying, when it comes to the introduction of this franchise, especially if you're not a World of Warcraft fan, and this is your first introduction to it, I would say it's like, fair done. And the director of this movie is Duncan Jones, who has directed Source Code with the star Jake Gyllenhaal, which, I'm sorry, I'm just not into that. Personally speaking, I just don't care for that movie, to be honest. He's also directed Moon, which is an extraordinary movie. Seriously, you gotta see Moon. That's a great, great freaking movie, in my opinion. With Kevin Spacey and Sam Rockwell. Seriously, Moon is a fantastic film, and I highly recommend that film. Duncan, the director Duncan Jones. Did you know he is the son of the late and passed away David Bowie? I did not know that till recently. I am not kidding. He's actually the son of David Bowie. Casting, the other thing I do like is the casting choices. Like I said before, the casting choices are good. They knew how to get people who actually looked like they were in this world. They looked at actors who weren't too famous, or I think they looked like, it seems like they had an eye for actors who would at least who looked like they belong in this type of medieval 14th, 15th, looking like 14th, 15th type of century look for the Earth Kingdom itself, essentially, in this movie. And I felt like, yeah, I'm like, that's actually really good. Problems. Good God, they're galore all over the place. I thought most of the main characters, I say most of the main characters, aside from a few, like I said before, most of the characters were really A, underdeveloped, B, couldn't care less, C, some of their acting was a bit off and on at times. There's also a female kind of like she or character played by Paula Parton, that's her name. And it was like she was weird, but I'm like, okay, she was fine at least. Aside from the characters, I thought the way the story kind of came withered in between not this main narrative structure, but I thought the way of kindled and paid focus off the certain things on the side, I thought was really messy. The effects, for the most part, I honestly thought were like I said before. I say 40% of the time the effects were good; they were fine. 60% of that time, I mean, like some moments I'm like, holy hell, is it distracting? And I mean, it's really obvious. Like, it's like 300, like, when you look back at some of the cheesier movies of recent years, yes, this effects are better than this, but it's like, God, oh my God. And, I will say, people will say, well, just turn your brain off. Okay, fine. But still, if I want to become interested in this movie, I gotta follow along. And something about it kind of threw me off, at least. I was still fucking cold. I do apologize for that if I sound a bit croaky, at least. A bit froggy. But at the very least, like I said before, if people will say, just turn your brain off, we'll focus. Just look for eye candy. I'm like, alright, but if I'm gonna do that, I gotta at least enjoy the characters. I don't really enjoy the characters. I don't think they're that interesting or fascinating. Not only that, but the way this kind of it carries the weight at times feels like like I said before, the main narrative grasp or the main focus of the storyline. tends to dwindle a bit. There's some moments you just don't care for. There's a couple of moments you do just roll your eyes up about. There's a goddamn love triangle thing in this movie. Oh my god, it just didn't work it for me, at least. And yeah, I felt like for what it was trying to do, at least, it was like really, really just falling apart for me at times. And the way, but for me, the problems are, in my opinion, I would say the bad in this movie does essentially more outweighs the good. Is like the good, the bad is like kind of like that for me. But still, the good is still quite apparent. It's like, it's not a terrible film. It's like, it's far from that. It's not an awful film in my opinion, like I was suspecting it to be. But I was right of, is this a good movie or not? And I gotta say, overall, it's not. Unfortunately, I was not expecting this film to be good at all. But it was like, but in the end, that's just my thoughts on the movie of Warcraft that I got to see. Rating. Oh crap, I almost forgot about rating. What should I rate this? I'm gonna give it a 45%. Like, it's just not good enough, really, but there's still some apparently good. The music is also really good, and the way it ends the story, but excuse me, without giving too much away, but the way the movie ends with its own story, but kind of leaves something to kind of be desired, but it kind of leaves it on a bit of a unique note. Like, it ends the story in a way, but it's like it opens up a new door for what could be done within the franchise. So the way they ended it is a bit open-minded in a way. It was like, so it's like, take it for what it's worth. May there be or not be a sequel. Definitely due to the numbers of what it's doing, there may just be. I don't know for sure. But in the end, yeah, that's just my thoughts on the movie Warcraft, everyone. I really do hope you enjoy it. And, yeah, stick around for, not just, like, sometime today, I think I may already have by this point or not, but some point today, along with this video, I will be uploading my review of Avatar Legend of Korra Season 2 review. Yeah. And then this weekend, I'm not going to see Finding Dory this weekend, but you can expect at least another favorite movie review of that franchise I'm doing here, of like, me reviewing one of my favorite movies of Finding Nemo. And I will guarantee you guys that, I believe on Sunday, but on Sunday I will have that review up for you guys, for my review of 2004's hit Finding Nemo. Yeah, and until then, everyone, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the future for more videos as always. Till then, thank you very much, and have a good day as always. Till then.